Hello world! It's Wednesday, April the 29th, 2020. Present time about 6 minutes until 9 o'clock p.m. Oh, come wait. Come here. Okay, he doesn't. I guess he doesn't want to hop up. I think he's gonna do it. Come on. No? Alright, fine. No big. Drove down to Jack in the Box with Paul. And I got this. It's a regular sized Oreo milkshake. I added chocolate syrup, which I thought meant they would top it with chocolate syrup, but it looks like they blended it all together. And then on the way back over here, I caught Paul licking it. And I got really cross with him and I had to shout at him because, you know, it's got chocolate syrup and maybe there's like xylitol and maybe he'll die. And if he dies, it's probably because of this. If he dies soon. It's probably because of this. You know, it was nice knowing him. But for right now, he's still alive. Because they had a little promotion in their app. 5-piece chicken nuggets free with purchase. And I don't think I've ever had their chicken nuggets. Hey, I know. Fine, let's look. These are pretty small nuggets. They taste decent though. I have It's a really interesting username. I'm still trying to parse it. And luck, yeah, it's been a while. Largely because of this whole COVID-19 thing and what it means on YouTube. Look. Try to fix it. Which I'm sure you've already tried. There's a lot of sauce left. I'm tempted to hold this sauce. Do not wish to waste the sauce. Just the same, it will probably dry out if I throw it in the fridge or anywhere else. Okay, so there goes that. Reason why I headed over there tonight to grab this and try the chicken nuggets was because I still have all of these Oreos. And I thought it would be fun, instead of just eating all the Oreos with milk, which I don't normally buy. I thought it would be fun to consume the Oreos with an Oreo milkshake. I figured it'd be the most American thing I could do. And then I guess just see how it treats me. They filled this up pretty generously. Stray cat. Yeah. I got a little smarter. Let's hope it helps. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't spill out now. I've reduced the level a bit. And I am preparing to indulge. Really to have my blood sugar spiking. Brian. Stray cat, yeah. The shirt probably isn't gonna hurt. But if it goes down, it goes down. What can you do? Make the most of it, right? Brian, yes. What's your job? Brian, I don't have any formal employ. So I guess you could say I'm jobless. I'm curious. How did you find your way here? Oh, that was close. Brian, you didn't answer my question. What is this? An interrogation? Likewise, I don't think we've interacted before. So when your first question is to ask, what's your job? And I answer, I don't have formal employ. And then I follow up by asking you, how did you find your way here? But you refuse my question and instead turn around and ask me another. See, my question, it doesn't probe too much. It's very surface level. I'm always curious how people find their way over to this little corner of the internet. Stray cat. I think they're good in moderation. I don't think anybody should reasonably consume, what do you call this? What quantity, what unit of measure is this? A tube? A roll? I will point out, this is not just any pink tank top. This one says Yetieater on it. There are, to my knowledge, 3 similar tank tops. This being number one of 3. No, I didn't choose this. In fact, prior to making this tank top, I had nothing pink in my closet, or wardrobe, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, I've been wearing it, and because it's a defective one. It's a misprint. I've been wearing it, and I think some people think that pink works well with my skin tone. Do you find yourself enjoy eating ice cream live streaming on YouTube? You know, once in a blue moon, you gotta like live a little, right? And sometimes for me that means consuming the Oreos that I've had sitting around for weeks. This is a lot of sugar though. Like an unreasonable amount of sugar in one sitting. Cannot recommend other people do this. And if I develop diabetes, you know why. Gotta get it all. The shake alone was 800 calories before the chocolate syrup. The Oreos, I don't even know. I'd like to know. Kind of. Not a hacker. Hey. Welcome back. Been a while. Stray cat. I don't know very much about Social Security. You talked earlier about paying into it, and the amount that you pay in ultimately having something to do with the amount that you get paid out, which makes sense. Maybe I ought to look into that a bit, like actually understand it. I was told that the range of values for Social Security payments isn't all that great. But I could be wrong. That's what I was told. I haven't actually done the research. Partly because I figure for me, oh, it's way out there, but maybe knowing what the high side, low side is, that might affect what I do today too, right? So it's a thought. Definitely a thought. Artificial intelligence, 6.8% of your income times 2. Every 4K is 1 point. Need 40 to qualify. Marshall Shukov. Привет. Yes, I did eat a whole. We'll call them a bag. It was a roll, a tube. I'm calling it a roll, a tube. Maybe there's a proper word, proper term for the. A line of Oreos. All right. I guess I did a line of Oreos. This has been a tremendous amount of sugar. But I've taken my Oreo line game to new heights. Thank you. Now I'm gonna clean up. Ugh. Whoa. I think I'm starting to feel it. Oh no, it was just like pressure on my ears. That same feeling where you got the, if you're in an elevator, one of those really, really, really high, tall elevators, or if you're in a plane and you do the yawning motion. Yeah, that. I thought it was the sugar, but maybe it's linked to the sugar. I don't know. Woo! This space is a mess. Must do something about this. Also, while I'm milling about so as not to have to fly blind, let me grab a tablet. This is exciting though, the YouTube channel can stay up for a little bit. Stream can stay up a little bit on YouTube. I've kind of missed YouTube. Here we go. Quick. Paul, are you hungry? Do you want food? All right, I'll feed you first. I hope that what little you had doesn't hurt you too badly. This one, I had a whole lot more than you did. But at the same time, I'm not a dog. Chocolate doesn't hit me the same as it does for you. Paul. Touch. Okay, take your food. Let's get that out. Marshall Zhukov, yes. Paul can eat his own eye boogers. And the reason for that, when I got Paul as a pup, I picked up Paul and his brother from the same litter. And I observed that the puppies, after playing together and tiring each other out, that they would also groom each other. And it included that region right here. They'll normally get those gear stains. They'd lick each other there. So, since his brother is no longer with us, which doesn't mean that the brother's dead. The brother is in Beijing. He's on the other side of the world. So, since his brother is no longer with us, Paul just gets to eat his own. They're salty, right? Yeah. Where's your bully stick? I gave you one of those, and I don't see you chewing it. I've got to do the full shampoo and conditioner next time I bathe him. His hair is starting to become kind of downy. Right. Come on. Go be free while I clean up. What a damn mess. It's a mess. Chinese Paul is named Taka. Paul's Beijing brother is named Taka. The last time they saw each other was back in 2012. When they were still young. It was another lifetime ago. Taka and Paul, correct. Yeah, I don't know if it's 2Ks or 1K. I think... I don't know. But supposedly Taka is short for Takashi. Takashi. And Paul, named for James Paul Wright III. Oh man. Oh man. Those notifications. Okay, we're fine. We are fine. I think we're good for another... What time is it? Did I have to 10:40? Yeah, we got a little bit of time. But yep. I woke up late today, and the plan is to wind down at a regular time, so as I can be on a regular schedule. Since the goal has been, for some time now, to catch more sunrises, but I kind of let that goal drop for some time. And slowly but surely, I'm gonna bring it back. It and the other ones. Oh, I know, Marshall Zhukov. That's all good. All good, my friend. Just like I still need to do something. There's a lot that I say need, and in this case, yeah, I need to. The whole promise keeping, commitments, and all. Another important. That's actually important. This thing, do I need this? No. The answer is a big fat no. I don't need this. I've got all of this plastic here because plastic recycles. I'm gonna take out some of this stuff. Oh shoot. What's going on with this? Oh, there we go. Felt like I had a bit of a headache earlier today, and we'll see if the sugar helps. It just might. You know, just like normally I would never eat I would never consume a line of Oreos by myself, right? Normally, but then like sometimes you get the urge to do things like that, especially if you're putting stuff out. You know, the extreme. Weird. It's putting on a show. But it's okay. It's just fun and games. It's definitely not something that I would do on a regular basis. But once in a blue moon you can do a thing like that and get away with it. Then again, my regular diet recently has just been, like, I've been subsisting on fast food, by and large. During the week, fast food, weekends, some days eat with my folks. And that's always nice because then I can catch up with them and got the vegetables from the garden. They encourage me to use them too, but I tell them nope. That's their thing. Me, last night I consumed what was in this. Organic Super Greens blend, 5 ounces. The entire package is 5 ounces. The sticker says the label, best if used by April 3rd, 2020. And you've got this quality guaranteed, special today, 50% off on this item. This was brought over to me by Casa. And it's just been sitting. Been sitting and naturally a lot of it had to be thrown out. And that felt bad. Marshall Zhukov. It was simply the regular sized Oreo milkshake customized with chocolate syrup. Add chocolate syrup. And then that was ordered so that I could get free 5-piece order of their chicken nuggets. So my first time trying their chicken nuggets. They're alright. I'm kind of curious to see the ingredients listing. I know BK is they're probably still doing this promo at BK. Got an 8-piece nuggets for $1. I want to say 8-piece for $1. So 8 pieces of nuggets. One's less than 4. And yes to nuking the sponge, because heat is excellent. If you can avoid all the chemicals. Although I imagine so my thinking on sanitization is just kill all of the things with boiling hot water. And then maybe there's some residual stuff. Maybe they start evolving to be able to stand the heat. In which case, then, alright, eventually you hit it with some chemicals and then they die. They're not going to be resistant to both. I don't know if that works though. Tacos. I've never tried BK tacos, I don't think. Within the past couple of weeks, BK was doing a thing in their app where if you answered not a trivia question, they would give you this question. It was they call it college trivia or something. If you answer that question correctly, you would earn a free Whopper. Well, free Whopper with purchase. And I did that. Wound up eating a few Whoppers. But the fast food deals are drying up. I've noticed they're either drying up or the remaining ones, they tend to be shifting towards breakfast, which is another good reason for me to wake up earlier so I can get breakfast. And then maybe just have a super light dinner. I think that works out better anyways. Because like you eat a really big dinner and then you have trouble falling asleep. You eat a big lunch, you start falling asleep. Right? You get the double whammy. The blood to your gut, plus circadian rhythms. I want to take a siesta. But big breakfast? Okay, that's a true luxury right there. A hot breakfast. A big hot breakfast. Not just milk and cereal. It doesn't have to have like multiple courses and be all balanced, but just like a nice hot breakfast. Does cork recycle? Things I want to know. Or rather, does my local recycling facility accept cork? Is that a normal thing for recycling facilities to accept? I'm gonna recycle these cans. Cleaning up. All right. I think there's a little bit of time remaining before I have to wind down, like really, really wind down for the evening. Stuff we'll attack later. tomorrow. I'm gonna attack more of this stuff tomorrow. Like clean up everything. This guy, is it worth holding on to this? Here, look, I've got a Ziploc bag. Not actually a Ziploc brand. I'm gonna put it here. Throw it into the fridge. It'll keep a little while. Maybe I'll get around to using it. Marginally better. And this. Sorry, flying blind. And so as not to appear schizophrenic, I'm not trying too hard to fill up the dead air. Instead, just kind of thinking things through on my own for a bit. There we go. I've got a little bit of time here. I still haven't set things up all the way. I want to set up a scene with the lights where I can just go say to the smart home thing, declare to it, I want to play piano, and then it will just turn the lights bright. I think that'd be kind of cool. You know, it would sound like it's actually smart, but it's just clever. Just using it in a way that it's clever. Okay. So, after chatting with some peoples and thinking on How to get good. This isn't the one, is it? No, this isn't the one. Fingering. This one has the fingering. That was close. Jackery Quinto, who says, "Hey Kojima, big fan." Let me read this. This has got to be good. Hey Kojima, big fan. Was just wondering what you think went wrong with Death Stranding. I haven't played Death Stranding. No opinion. These remarks were made, what, 6 minutes ago? Stray cat. It's a motor physical skill. Yeah. I think there's some truth to that. So I'm gonna like thinking on that. I got a set of these sheets that has some reference on fingering. That one. Let's try this again. Marshall Zhukov. You have time? You can figure it out. This, I imagine, is going to take me a while to really get. What did they say it was? It was the D flat major? This will help. Just like figuring out the scale properly. The key. Literally all the black keys. I'm a beginner, kind of. Kind of. I'll stick around with it for at least a while longer. I don't know how long it takes me to really wind down for the night. I think that helped a little bit doing this. That's not right. Maybe that's the right way, yeah? Break it up. Totally deconstruct it. Try to get the patterns. Suggested 2, 3, 4. Good call. Should be back. Was it totally frozen? I mean... Was like the audio also stopped? Everything froze? Because I hope it's good now. Here, I was thinking that it might need that earlier. Run up the battery pack to it. Eight? Okay, that's good. No audio. Oh, when it froze. Of course, right now it's okay. Otherwise, you wouldn't. Yeah. Okay. Rocket scientist that I am. Thank you, Konata Izumi, for your feedback. I guess it was fine, good timing anyways, because I just reached the end of it again. Man, this is, it's a struggle. Nice. I'm not a hacker. To Zen or Ken. Man, I would like to learn this one. I wonder if I have a copy of that floating around somewhere. I know I have one, but I don't know that it's actually on this device. Maybe it'd be good to just... But I think I need to aim for 5 repetitions per day. Do that for a week. At least 5 per day for a week until it starts to stick, and then move on. That's really the deal. Let's see if it's here though. Oh, no, I moved the sheet music directory somewhere else. It's no longer here, so it could be here. In which case I'm better off browsing through this. Go like files, go to the other locations, more locations, browse, over to, yeah, I don't know where I put it. I had a copy of that somewhere. No, I need to find it. I don't know where I put it. But I am curious where that copy of 2 Xanarcan went. Kind of strange. I'll find it at some point. Thing is, 2 Xanarcan to me means nothing, really. Like, it was something that Nasa Suki suggested I play after hearing me playing Final Fantasy 7 bits. So I figured, oh yeah, let me try learning something new. And then I played it a few times. And then I don't know where I put it. Whereas this one, I really like. And it turns out it's really tough for me. Maybe because the key, it's all the black keys. It throws me off. See just how unfamiliar I am with it. Whereas C major is like, things in C major, oh, that's great. You don't have to, the sharps make sense. Everything's simple. This to me is rocket science. All of the flats. It really starts throwing me off. saw how the lights were dimming? Dun. .46 p.m. Because I saw someone playing this the other day. And it's just one of those things, you know. It's like, gee whiz. Do I even care about the fingering? recommit to memory. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Drills. Oh, wow, that was close. Alexa, turn on ceiling. So bright. Oh, hey. Uh-oh. Why is this so fucked up? Freaking technology. Konata Izumi, you asked, in a while, you asked why did the stream get taken down earlier? This has been an ongoing thing. The short answer is COVID-19. Which is it's a really weird answer, I know, but that's the short answer. The me being paranoid answer is somebody doesn't like me on YouTube and they're reporting my live stream when it shows up on YouTube because they want to fuck with me. But maybe that's, just me being paranoid. It could very well just be COVID-19. And Marshall Zhukov. There's time. There is time. But at the end of the day, the big question is why? Why bother? When all of this mess started, like when I started getting my live stream pulled consistently from YouTube, I thought, okay, it's possible that's what's going on is the trolls are winning. But then, like I read it a little more closely after someone suggested, well, maybe it is just the machines. And I read the takedown messages more closely and realized, well, okay, yeah, maybe it is just the machines. It seems it's plausible it's just the machines. Because the trolls, they're usually not that devoted. on the one hand, they say the trolls are your biggest fans. So, I'd like to think that there's some really dedicated trolls. But on the other hand, most of the trolls, if they really consider their own behavior for a while, they'll eventually come to reason that it's not worth it. You're better off spending time promoting the things that you like instead of trying to tear down the things that you don't. Are you? I don't know. I mean, I guess you could do a bit of both. Hey, we may very well have received the same type of email. Mine say community guidelines. Yeah. And my response has just been, I don't believe that there was any violation of the community guidelines within my live stream. Because I'm pretty careful. Kind of. Anywho, it's now just past 11:03. And I'm going to wind down in earnest for my evening. So, daytime folks, ta for now. Catch you in the new day, probably. Till next time.